What's up guys, Rack here, back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about some get home rigs. We've been talking about a good get home PDW, maybe a truck gun if you will, like the 300 rack out here. But today we're going to be focusing on the gear to support these systems. Whether it be a pistol, pistol, wink wink, a sub gun, anything like that, you have to have the tools to keep that system up and running. And today, we're going to talk about building out those tools. We're going to be talking about get home rigs that you can build out on a budget and put with your truck gun or your get home gun and have it ready to go when the need arises. So without further ado, let's get started. So there's about 3 or 4 trains of thought that one can have when building out these rigs. And the first train of thought that I kind of go for is a traditional, this is considered a micro rig. This could also be anything like a roadie rig. There's some different kind of larger rigs that could maybe fit into this category as well. But this is anything that's traditionally considered as a normal chest rig that you can get on the market, like this Condor Stowaway here. These things go for about $50 or so. I saw the one on Midway USA for about $44 tonight. The great thing about these is they're versatile, they're easy to use, they look great when you put them on, and they're just built really well. Condor builds great stuff. As I've said over and over, basically what they do is they take American products. Like I've seen some Mayflower stuff, I've seen some LBT stuff, and they copy it overseas and then sell it back here at a lower price. Now, I love buying American made as much as I can, and I do so. However, at the end of the day, if I can buy something that is going to work for the layman as just as well as, something that's going to cost me $500 and it costs me $32, I'm going to choose the $32 option. And there's been a lot of people in the industry that support that opinion. So if you don't like Condor, I get it. I see where you're coming from. Kick rocks. Anyways, this rig's great. As I said, it is versatile. You can have different calibers if you have different guns to run. It's basically an insert system, so you can switch out whatever insert you want. There's subgun inserts. These are 5.56, obviously. It has a big inner pocket for all your mat flaps. There's a big Velcro field so you can add pouches to it. Has a zipper pocket on the bottom for your ouch kit, and then it has MOLLE webbing on the front for whatever you want to do, like maybe a Blue Force a Blue Force TQ now, for instance. You could throw on the outside here and call it good. This also has spots for webbing on the bottom. That's where I usually put a TQ if I have this rig set up for usage. So this is a great rig for the price. It would serve the purpose very well. The only thing is it's a little conspicuous, right? You're wearing like an actual chest rig. One more thing before we leave the topic of actual chest rigs. This is a modification I've been doing to all of my rigs lately. Basically, I take some elastic, find the very end loop of the rig, or usually it doubles back and there's like a buckle right here. And I basically loop through some elastic and make it so it's a little springy. It has a little give. I'm a bigger guy, and I'm working on that. But even if you're a smaller guy, wearing chest rigs, sometimes they can get constrictive if you sit down in a car, if you're bending over a lot. Having something like this that takes that pressure off of the rig when you bend over, you move around, really makes the rig feel so much more comfortable and much more enjoyable to wear. So that's a recommendation I really highly recommend. It's super easy to do, and it will be something that you're going to really like to wear your rigs after you do it. That didn't make much sense. I think you get the idea, though. All right, let's go to our next rig system. This one's a little more unconventional, but hear me out. All right, so this second option is based off of my triannual viewing of the terminal list. If you haven't seen it, it's on Amazon, based off of Jack Carr books. Chris Pratt plays Navy SEAL again, but it's a good series, and it has a lot of good gear in it. That's something Jack Carr really takes care in doing. And in that show, he has this really nice Hill People gear chest rig, and he wears it around in urban settings, in different operations, and I'm like, man, that's a good idea because it's more low profile than this thing. And I've been kind of artistically hyperfixating on building out a low profile rig, and I'm like, that's great. Let me see how much Hill People Gear stuff is, and I'm gonna buy some eventually when I'm rich and famous because there's expensive stuff. So I thought, you know what? I'm the tack rack. Let me put some skin in my name and find a cheap, low profile, kind of fanny pack based rig for a low price, something that's easy to get. And I scoured Amazon and I looked everywhere and I finally found this bad boy from Bass Pro Shops. If you're on my Discord or our Discord, you'll know what this is. I've talked about it before. This is a very simple, very affordable. It's actually more of a crossbody bag from Outdoor Gear. It's kind of the generic brand that sells to Bass Pro and Walmart. Usually it's a starting point for a lot of people getting into outdoor gear. But as you can see, let me stand up, kind of do a little half squat for you. This thing, it fits great. You know, I'm a big guy and it fits me fine. It looks very normal. I mean, crossbody bags are becoming a really big thing nowadays in modern society for us millennials and zoomers. So it's something that'll blend in. It's something you can definitely keep a pistol in and not draw attention. Or, let's say you're feeling a little spicy, you can carry air mags in here. It has pockets that are almost built for it. It's nice and tall. You can also carry like a tourniquet. Then I have an ouch pouch and a Leatherman in this front pocket. The point is, this thing carries pretty much all of what I carry normally in like a dedicated like micro rig in a profile that I can drive around in my Subaru wearing, and people look at me and go, oh, that's a nice looking middle-aged lesbian, instead of like, oh, there goes a military-age male who's wearing gear to protect themselves, maybe as a threat to other people, right? Because the idea with a get-home rig is to be low profile. It's not to draw attention, it's to be able to have the gear on you that you need to protect yourself and those around you. That's the whole point of this. You don't want to look like a gray man. That is a huge myth in, I think, preparation, is people will wear like their finest 511, you know, mom picked this out for me polo, and it's like, okay, that's great for you, but who are people going to go after? The dude that's dressed like a hipster? I mean, this is just how I dress anyways. I don't wear a shoulder bag, but the point is, are they going to go after some dude that's dressed like a normal person, or are they going to go after the dude that's dressed like they're an RSO at like the fuddiest of FUD ranges? The choice is pretty obvious. So I love this rig for that. It runs easily. As long as you know which side the zipper pulls on, and it's nice like leather zipper pulls. You just open it up, draw a mag, you're good to go. Overall, it's a great system. The best part about it is this thing only cost me $14 compared to spending like $50, $70, upwards of $120 on like a dedicated tactical fanny pack. You can get this thing for $15 at any Bass Pro Shop. It even comes in a fox pattern, which is really hilarious. I almost grabbed it just for the meme, but I didn't because I have more respect for myself than that. But the point is, why spend all that money on something that, yeah, might be purpose-built, but in a lot of cases it'll look tactical, it'll have MOLLE webbing all over it, it'll look like you're, you think you're a Navy SEAL, when you can spend $14 and have something that works, in my opinion, better, is more versatile, and it saves you a ton of money. I keep on emphasizing money, but that's a huge point to make with this one, is this is like a true budget option, but it's a budget option that happens to work incredibly well. And if you look at some of these special operators that go around the world working, they don't travel around in their, Velcro and dip, to quote Zero Dark 30. They go around dressed like they'll get on a plane dressed like a hippie, or they'll get on looking like a businessman. You don't see guys who are going to work in these adverse conditions dressing up like G.I. Joe. They're dressing up like normal people because they know that's going to be the best way for them to get to where they need to go and do what they need to do. So, this is an incredibly good option for the price. As I said, it runs great. It's low profile. And it has that nice, like, zoomer tactical drip that I love. So, fanny packs are a great option. There's other ones at like Walmart I've seen that are pretty decent too. If you look in like the men's clothing section, the brand is No Boundaries is what the brand is. They're pretty well built. I almost grabbed one for this video. Anyways, let me pull out another good low profile option for you really quick. And this one's actually not much of a stretch. I think this is one that a lot of people can really easily get behind, and it's one that requires, you might even already have something that works for it. So let me go grab it really quick. I'll be right back. All right, this is my trusty dusty combat jacket. I've had this thing forever. I bought it from Walmart way back when I was in college still, and it's kind of nice. It's got a little flex to it. If you can ever find these from George, I don't think they make them anymore. Every now and then Walmart will have a jacket that really works in a tactical or preparedness situation. Like they had these nice bomber jackets for a while that I lent to my ex-girlfriend, and she never gave it back. I really miss that jacket. I need to get another one. The point is, field jackets of the M81 variety or otherwise are a great option. First of all, if you go out and about in the fall and maybe in the spring, maybe even the winter if you're in a more temperate area, people wear these all the time. This is not an uncommon piece of clothing. Mine's kind of a camo pattern. I don't know why I bought it camo instead of like a green one, but the point is, this will blend in incredibly well compared to like an actual hunting jacket, which they're great, they're warm, and they're comfortable, but this will blend in better, even especially if it's a green one. Also, if you're one of our lady viewers, which, hi, I don't know if you watch my stuff, but welcome. We welcome all people. Chances are you already have a combat jacket. I mean, that was like the rage post-COVID was like, combat jacket, black t-shirt, capri jeans, and like white Vans, right? That was like the thing. So you might already have one already. So good on you. The biggest highlight here, though, is they blend in. They're easy to conceal stuff in. But also, they were built with the express purpose of carrying ammo, carrying gear, and basically, doing what we want to do anyways, which is carry a loadout. For instance, let's say, hypothetically, that you're, in your car, things start kicking off and you need to have your stuff on you just in case anything happens. We're like Jedi. We don't seek out problems. We solve them if they come to us. We're peacekeepers, right? That's how I look at self-defense. Anyways, let's say that happens. You got magazines in your car. You got one in your gun already. All you got to do, you could either throw this on or you already have it on. But you take your magazines, you fold in your front pockets. Boom. If I could get it in there, there you go. So now you have at least 4 magazines, if not 6, so you can definitely fit 2 more in there. On you, just in the same fashion as a chest rig, you have 2 more breast pockets for other gear. You have 2 pockets on the front that you can stuff more stuff into. And you're in business. You can have all your stuff on you. It's weight supported, clear through your shoulders down to the bottom. So it's not uncomfortable at all. It's actually incredibly comfortable to wear. I could see someone making like a shooting vest out of one of these for sure. And, you have something that you can not only use in a sticky situation, but keep in your car. If you need a jacket, you got a jacket, right? So versatility. So yeah, I think like a field jacket is a great option. You could also go with like a bomber jacket, whether it be like an A2 or like one of the nylon ones that you saw like, them wearing on like COD Cold War, right? You saw Adler wearing that thing. People used to call me Adler because they used to wear one when I worked at the gun counter I worked at. which is kind of funny. But those would work too. I could see those working. They have similar map pockets that would be perfect for this. Other than that, there is some other like maybe snow jackets that could work. Just if you have a jacket, kind of experiment, see what works, and if not, run down to your nearest surplus shop or hit up Americana Pipe Dream. I'm sure they don't even know I exist, but I plug them often. But find something that works for you, something that works with your style. I kind of have that West Coast kind of skier style, right? So I dressed up like a little bit of a some might say a decadent, if you will. But the point is, this jacket works with what I wear anyways. It's comfortable and it works in a pinch for a nice little get home rig. So that's my third option. The fourth option is something I don't really have here, but we're going to talk about it still because I think it's worth bringing up. Let me get out of this thing because it's hot. I need to get a knot, like fleece. My head's hot. Give me one sec. All right, our last option is something in the lines of this bad boy. This is a sling pack. I bought this before I knew chest rigs really existed. I was dumb in my tactical era. This is not the one I'd recommend. 511 makes ones like this. Condor makes ones like this. But if you want my perfectly honest opinion, you can get a very good crossbody sling pack from Walmart for like $33. And in fact, that same Walmart sling pack is one that has been seen being used by guys down in Haiti. There's a picture that people think is not a gang member in Haiti, but because he's decked out a little bit. But he has one of those Walmart sling packs. It's basically a crossbody. It opens off the top. You can put magazines in it, whatever you want in it. And then when you're done, you just sling it around your back and you're good to go. So something discreet like a sling pack, even like a messenger bag, like a computer bag would work if you really, didn't have any other options. Another option, kind of along this line, it might be a little bit unconventional, but if you are like absolutely strapped for cash and you just want something to have in your closet or have in your car just in case, you could make like a bandolier out of like they have like these tool bandoliers or like tool rolls at Walmart. They were like $1. You could theoretically make something out of that, but something like a simple sling pack that you can flip around, pull stuff out of, flip back around, that's a very good option for what we're talking about. Because once again, we're thinking low profile. We're not trying to build out our ultimate G.I. Joe fantasies. We're trying to be stealthy. So, we talked about tactical. We talked about low profile. We talked about dressing like a skater boy. We talked about that thing. The point through all of this, guys, is to, and I say this for most things, and this is frankly what a lot of my method comes down to, is experimenting, deciding what works best for you, and helping others kind of come to those same conclusions. Not necessarily what works for you work for them, but like helping them figure out, hey, if I'm in a pinch, I'm trying to protect those around me, protect myself. What's going to work best for me? Frankly, all of these things will work for people in different situations. But you have to take into consideration what you're facing, what people around you will be doing. If you're in an urban setting, you're going to want something more low profile, like Mr. Fanny Pack, over like a roadie rig, right? So you just have to figure out those needs and wants of your preps and go from there. But without further ado, guys, did I miss anything? Do you have any suggestions for Get Home Rigs? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be putting out more videos very soon. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.